this video, I'm going to be showing you all the food we got from our latest cat food delivery. Starting with Thrive, this is something that we have been feeding Bobbin and Boo since they were kittens. We started actually with the Thrive chicken kitten food. It's one of the only foods I think that we've actually consistently given our cats that they've consistently eaten as well. So we have two flavors. We have chicken breast and turkey. Bobbin and Boo like both of these. The problem that we have now though is that Coraline doesn't really seem to like chicken that much. In a variety of different brands, she isn't a huge fan of eating chicken for the most part. So we are trying to get some other flavors as well. We don't have it in this delivery, but we have also tried the Thrive beef and vegetable flavor, which Coraline liked, but Bobbin and Boo didn't. But they've never really liked beef, so that was expected. This time we are trying a new flavor, well, a new flavor for Coraline. So this is chicken breast and chicken liver. Bobbin and Boo didn't like this one so much when we gave it to them, but that was a while ago, so we're going to try again. But we're also going to try it with Coraline and see if she likes this one. This is the tuna and salmon flavor, which is one that all three cats eat, so that's really good. Next up we have Lily's Kitchen and we have the lamb pate flavour. We also have tried the chicken flavour as well, which Bobbin and Boo like, but again, chicken and Coraline, she isn't a big fan. So this time we are trying the lamb food. We have given them this one before, and it was a bit hit and miss whether they ate it or not. I think the first time we gave it to them, they didn't like it, but then the second time, a few months later when we tried it again, they did like it, which honestly is a pattern with our cats. And when I say cats, I mainly mean Bobbin. She is very picky, and she also will, eat something for a while and then not eat it and then eat it again. She'll also, if you give her the same thing too many times, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, she'll kind of by dinner sometimes be a bit over it and not want to eat it. So she's a little bit of a challenge to feed. We're also trying to try out some different proteins, kind of like lamb and beef and things like that for Coraline to see if she likes them too. Next we have some new food that we haven't tried at all, either with Coraline, but also not with Bobbin and Boo. So it's called Acana. I don't really know this brand at all. I haven't done a ton of research on it either, but we're going to give that a go. So we have beef, salmon with chicken and lamb. So we're going to see if Bobbin and Boo will eat the chicken flavoured one, but also if Coraline will eat some of the other proteins like beef and lamb. We also have Celtic Connection, again, a brand that I hadn't really heard about and I don't know much about, but we're going to give it a go, and this is chicken and duck. We did get a chicken and duck from Lily's Kitchen once that Bobbin and Boo seem to like. I can't remember if Coraline ate it or not, so we're going to give this a go. So this is also some new food that we're trying out. It is from Brit, again, a brand I haven't tried. It is a soup. I'm trying to find ways to incorporate more water and more hydration into their diet, so I'm excited to give these a go. We have tuna, duck, and turkey. I've tried putting water into their food sometimes for extra hydration. Bobbin seems to not like it so much. It could be because I'm using tap water. Maybe I need to try it with filtered water. I am trying to get more liquids into their diet, especially for Bobbin because she doesn't drink water so much as Coraline and Boo do. Then we also have the Applaws broth. So we've got fishbone broth. This one is with tuna and this one is with salmon. We have tried the salmon one before. Coraline really likes it. One of the things I really love about this is actually the packaging design, because you can take the top off, but then you can screw it back on, and it just makes storing it in the fridge so much easier. And I honestly wish that a lot of other packaging came like this. This is a great idea. In terms of our wet food, lastly we have Bozita. This is a Swedish brand. This one again has been a little bit hit and miss with flavours with Bobbin and Boo and Coraline. I feel like often one or two of the cats will eat it, but not all three. So just in general, feeding the cats is quite difficult. I thought it was already difficult with Bobbin and Boo because Bobbin didn't eat a lot of things. But then adding in Coraline to the mix was also seeming to be a little bit of a picky eater. Things are becoming even more difficult. Boo is a little angel. She's really good. So we have salmon and we have reindeer as well. The salmon one generally seems to be okay with all the cats. The reindeer one we've also tried before, and again sometimes they would eat it, sometimes they wouldn't. So we're trying it out again. So far Bobbin seems to like it, Coraline seems to like it, but surprisingly Boo is actually the only one that doesn't seem to like it so much. But what I do is I put some of their treats on top and then she eats it, which is really nice. So we normally try to sort of switch between 5 or so different kind of cat foods. So we'll normally feed them sort of one thing for breakfast, one thing for lunch, one thing for dinner. We're actually giving them about 5 to 6 smaller meals at the moment, but again, we'll kind of switch the foods. Like I said before, Bobbin, if you give her the same thing too often, she doesn't eat it or she'll stop eating it. So we do like to have variety in our food. We've been giving them a variety of food ever since they were kittens. This, I know there's kind of like two opinions that I see on the internet. One is to do this, give them variety. Another one is to not do this and to give them the same food. We haven't really seen any problems, like sort of stomach problems or litter box issues with our cats. We do monitor that, and if it seems like maybe there is a food that doesn't agree with them, we'll stop giving it to them. So we do pay attention to that, but this way works the best for us. But I also know that for some people, this kind of method of giving different foods doesn't work. We have noticed that if we give them too much fish, like salmon or tuna, that then they do have some litter box problems. So we try to limit the amount of fish that we give them when we stick more to like chicken, lamb, and things like that. One thing that I do really struggle with though is trying to find a food that all three cats will eat. So far the only thing that I found that they consistently will all eat is the tuna and salmon, but like I said, we try not to give them too much tuna and salmon. So I'm still on the hunt for the food that all of my cats will eat, which will make my life a lot easier. So far it seems to be a bit elusive though. We also do give them a little bit of dry food during the day. For example, if we're going out and we're not going to be here for lunch, to give them food or something like that. Also overnight, we'll put dry food in sort of puzzle feeders and slow feeders and things like that, so they can eat during the night as well. And lastly, we have the freeze-dried Thrive chicken treats. Our cats absolutely love these. They always have. We've been using these for quite a while, and they're our sort of go-to treat when we need our cats to sort of maybe do something, come to us if we're trying to get them into carriers or something like that. We actually have to be really careful with these because if we shake it or kind of make any sound with this, the cats will come running. Lately, one thing I've also been trying, which has been really successful actually, is if I have a food that they maybe don't like as much. For example, Bobbin, there are some foods that I know she eats, but if she wants something different or if she wants something, that she likes more, she won't eat the food and she keeps trying to get me to give her different food. So what I'll do is I'll sort of crumble some of these up on top into like little pieces or a powder, and then she'll, most of the time, like 8 out of 10 times, she'll eat the food. So that's been really great and useful for me. I've been throwing out a lot less food, and so that's been working really well. I'm really happy with that. Not helping, Caroline. Who's gonna push the laptop off? Not helping, Caroline. Who's gonna push the laptop off? Okay. She just goes to sleep, it should be fine. And then also from Thrive we have tuna and salmon, which is something that all three of the cats eat. Caroline, you're gonna ruin my sound.